Good morning. I am wearing my International Rescue Thunderbirds t-shirt. I have no idea why, but I thought, let's say hello to the world, especially as it is Pension Awareness Day. Yay! Sun's out, it's got to be Pension Awareness Day. So I thought I'd take 5 minutes, got my trusty clock, to get you guys to think about pensions. It's scary stuff, I know. Lots of things going on, lots of things have changed. When I first started getting involved with pensions, huge amounts of change happened in 2015, and the context, the availability, the access to pensions has ballooned out of all proportions. More and more people have access to them, but yet I still get people saying, oh, my pension is rubbish and blah, blah, blah. So I want to dispel the myth, and I want you guys to root around in the back of the wardrobe, the drawers, under the bed, in a little cupboard somewhere, a little box, wherever that pension paperwork is. Get it out, scan it to me, and I'll help you understand what you got. That's it. I'm not sitting here going, oh yeah, give it to me, I'm going to do this and do that. There is no point in having a pension plan or having some paperwork there and you're looking at it going, well, I don't know what it means. And then you just put it back in the drawer again, right? So talk to me. Pension Awareness Day. What a day to sort your pension out. The sun's out. Get your sunglasses on. Take that box into the garden. Go and sit there. Pour yourself a cup of tea. It is, 10 o'clock in the morning. So tea only. Maybe coffee. And go through it. And chat to me. Let me know what you got. So we've got 5 minutes. Here we go. Pensions come in all kind of sorts of various things, but let's dispel the bit. I'm not going to go under the bonnet and do some deep dive stuff and high tech, but let's look at what's available. So, if you work for someone, there's a real good chance that they're having an employer-based workplace pension scheme, and for every bit of money that you put in, not only does the employer put in, but you'll either have a mess around with your salary, which means that you'll have what's called a salary sacrifice. So you might give up 500 quid's worth of salary for that to go into the pension, but by reducing your salary, you're reducing your tax liability, because obviously lower salary, lower tax, and you're going to have a lower national insurance. And equally, the employer hasn't got to pay so much NI. So maybe you can have a word with the employer and see if the NI saving, national insurance saving that they're making, they can put into your pension as well, on top of their actual obligatory contributions that they need to make. Always worth a chat. You never know. Once that money is in, you'll have a choice of investment funds, and generally companies that offer these type of pension plans will give you a client-facing website. You, as the client, go online and give you an idea of what each particular investment fund is going to do. All right, so no bad. You put your money in, the employer puts money in too. Let's imagine you're self-employed, or like me, running your own limited company. If you put money into your pension personally, then the government is going to give an extra enhancement by way of tax relief. So let's assume you're a 20% taxpayer. If you put £80 in, the government will make it up to 100. All right, it will carry on behind the scenes, but what you'll see is £100 credited to your pension, and £80 of that is cost to you. If your limited company, i.e. the other half of you, if you're running your own limited company, wants to put money into a pension, it's classed as a business deductible expense. There are rules and limits as to how much you can put in, but that's not for the context of this one. Maybe we'll do that in another fridge talk. But, if you put £1,000 into a pension over the year from your company, that's £1,000 off your bottom line. How much corporation tax have you saved? And what have you done? You've taken the money out of your limited company and you've put it into something which has got your name on it with no tax and no NI. That's got to be a good thing. Where pensions can go wrong, it's not the pension itself, it's the investment funds that have been chosen. Sorry, got itchy elbow. What pension funds have you got? When was it last reviewed? When did you last have a look at where your money is invested? Because what was what it was set up for a few years ago, if that was when you last looked at it, may not be right for today. So we've constantly got to keep getting under that bonnet and looking at that pension scheme and saying, well, where are we? Also, what's happened with you? Have you had any changes? Have you had a moment where you're going to think, do you know what? I want to be involved in investments that follow a more greener line than real sort of heavy toxic stuff. Does your scheme cater for it? Have you got a fund that's doing that? So sometimes the investment performance, it's the investment performance, I should say, that can affect things and suddenly make, well, it's gone really bad. Or maybe when you looked at it 10 years ago, it was up through the ceiling, and now you look at it now and it's gone down, and therefore it becomes bad. Nothing becomes bad overnight. But where perhaps the focus has been on more important things such as home life, family, or new job, the one thing that drifts into the background is the pension. And let's not forget all the time that money is in the pension, you're not having to declare that growth that it's made over those years. So there's no tax or national, no tax or NI. And if you decide to sell down an investment within your pension and buy another investment within your pension, there's no capital gains tax. Yeah. And then when you reach your retirement age from a pension, which at the moment is 55, but it will be pushing out to 57 when we get to 2028, you can take a quarter of what you've grown as tax-free cash. So your money and employer money coming in, or your money and your own business company's money going in, all the tax benefits there. Whilst the money is within a pension, there's all the tax efficiency benefits there as well. And to boot, at 55, going on to 57, it will always follow a 10 years behind state pension age, yeah? So when state pension age gets 70, it wouldn't surprise me that the access to tax-free cash on a personal pension will be 60. And when you get to that retirement age, the age where you can take benefits from, you've got 25% of the fund available as tax-free cash as well. To me, that's lots of ticks in the box for a pension, the big envelope. What's inside of it? There's maybe 3,000-4,000 investment funds that you can choose from. Certain schemes, however, have smaller choices, but it's the fund choice that's going to maybe affect how that investment grows. Equally, how much money you put into it as well is going to have a huge effect onto it. More it goes in, potentially more that comes out. So please, a pension is fantastic. It's great. There's no such thing as a bad pension. There may just be an overhaul that's needed on the investments that sit within your pension fund. You can't run a car for the next 20 years and not have someone have a look at it and make sure it's running to the best that it possibly can. And likewise, the pension's the same. And dare I say it, our own bodies. We need a checkup. We need looking after every now and then. So stay safe, be well. Pension Awareness Day. Drop me a line, victor@vsassociates.co.uk. Take a screenshot of your pension paperwork that you've got. I'll be happy to write back to you and say, look, based on what you've shown me, this is what I think you've got. Let's have a chat. Not going to charge you for that. Certainly not going to charge you to have a virtual coffee with you over Zoom or a telephone call. And if there's more that I can do to help, then maybe that's when a conversation can ensue. But for now, please take a picture of that pension document. Let me have it, and I'll gladly come back and report back to you. Be well, as ever. Drop your comments on, and we'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.